Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the Red Zone here at Hicksville High School as we are getting ready for boys basketball action this Thursday afternoon. We've got a freshman game on tap for you first up here on HIX-TV. It'll be the freshman boys hosting the Apaches of Fairview. And it's the first of two games being played here this evening. It was supposed to be a triple header with the freshman boys playing at 4:45. And then the junior varsity and varsity girls would take on the Lady Apaches starting at 6 o'clock this evening. However, evidently there have been some quarantine issues that have arisen over at Fairview at Central Local Schools. So as a result, several of their players, I guess, were not able to be here tonight. As a result of that, they have canceled the junior varsity game, and it will just be the varsity girls playing starting at 6:30. So it will be an early time. It won't start at 6, but it'll be an earlier than usual start for the varsity game. Usually that's tipping off somewhere around 7:30. So again, we've got the freshman boys coming up first, and then we will take a bit of a break, and we will have a second live stream. That second live stream, being a girls' game, will be on the Hicksville Community Television Facebook page, and that, again, will get underway just before 6:30 this evening. But right now, it's freshman boys basketball action. Hi, everybody. I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television. Chris Warner here with me, running the camera. Jim SILER has not shown up yet, so I hope everything is okay with Jim. He was supposed to be here, but evidently something must have come up. We'll keep our fingers crossed that he'll be able to make it in time to join us for the varsity matchup for the girls a little bit later. Taking a look at the starting lineups for this boys freshman game. For the visiting Apaches, they're going to start number 14, Braylon Snyder. Number 15 will be Jude Schininger. Number 22 is Kason Kaufman. Number 23, Jack Carisnow. And number 40 is Clayton Boland. Over on the Aces side, they'll start number 10, Dakota West. Number 11 is Braden Slattery. Number 23, Chris Smith. Number 24, Dave Taylor. And number 30 is Lincoln Yoder. And we're going to have Taylor jumping center circle against Boland to get things started for this freshman basketball game. 6 minutes on the clock for the first quarter, and we're going to get started. I want to thank you for joining us this Thursday afternoon. Tip controlled by the Apaches. Into the hands of Schininger. Schininger move the ball over to Snyder, and they'll move it around the perimeter. Schininger with the ball. He'll drive in, bounce pass up off the rim, and good for Boland. That'll give the Apaches an early 2-0 lead. Coming back the other way, the Aces. Slattery toss the ball over to Smith. Smith looking things over, feeds it down low to Taylor. Taylor bounce pass to Yoder. Yoder blocked by Boland and taken away. Boland flips the ball over to Schininger. Schininger tossed down into the corner, bounce pass down low, and then back out on top. Boland's second shot off the rim, no good, loose on the floor, grabbed by West, and come back the other way with the Aces. West to Smith. Smith's going to drive in, put up the jumper, a little too much on it, off the back of the iron, no good, but West grabs the rebound. Smith again out by the arc. He'll drive into the paint. Another turnaround jumper. That one's good for Chris Smith, and that'll tie the game at 2. Apaches on the other end of the floor now. Almost stolen by West. Schininger bounce pass down low. Then they'll kick it back out. Three-point attempt is good. And that was by number 23, Carisnow. Aces now find themselves down 5-2. Three-pointer from the corner, and that one is good by Taylor. Taylor ties it up at 5. And another drive to the hoop. The shot is up, and shot is good. And again, that's number 23, Jack Carisnow. 5 points for him now in our first timeout of the game. It's called by the Aces as they find themselves down by 2 now, 7-5. Our first quarter score. Again, freshman basketball action here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. Or, again, if you're watching a little bit later on the tape delay on Mediacom Channel 12. Fairview breaks huddle first. Here come the Aces. We'll get ready to get back into action here. It'll be Hicksville's ball on the baseline. 4:01 left to go in our first quarter. Smith with the inbounds to Slattery. Slattery across the timeline. Slattery hands it off to Taylor. Taylor travels. And they'll turn it back over to the Apaches with 3:49 left in the first quarter. No change in the score. It's Fairview up 7-5. Snyder tosses the ball. Snyder's going to take it down low and try to dish it off. No good, but it bounces right back into Snyder's hands. Another three-point shot. That one's no good, but we're going to have a foul. And if that's on the Aces, that could be a three-shot foul for Kaufman. And Kaufman hits the first one. Foul, by the way, is on West. That's his first. And team foul number 1. Second one for Kaufman is good. And a quick substitution as Pollock comes in for Yoder. Third one, and that's good. Kaufman 3 for 3. Slattery will get the ball and head up the floor across the timeline. Tosses it over. Taylor driving in. Nothing there. Out to Braden Slattery. Slattery for 3 is good. Braden Slattery hits the trifecta. Aces now 8-10 under leading, or excuse me, trailing 8-10. Bounce pass inside. Turnaround. Shot up. No good. West grabs the board. Dakota West quickly up the floor. He'll hold up. Toss it over to Braden Slattery for 3 again. Too much on it. It's an air ball. It's grabbed by Snyder. Snyder takes it back down the court quickly. Bounce pass is picked off by Dakota West. Back the other way with the Aces, and West is going to draw a foul. Into the game now for Fairview, number 24. That's Nathan Oliner, excuse me. And also, I think, number 21, Kyle Rabe. Glad you made it, Jim.
Yeah, yeah, really. I got indisposed.
Yeah. Shot is up and good. That was by Pollock, and that ties us at 10. Fairview with the ball back, getting it to Snyder on the wing. Snyder looking things over, driving in. Bounce pass up, deflected out of bounds. That was off of Rabe, and or is it Rabe? R-A-B-E.
Rabe.
Rabe. That's what I thought. I should know better. I mean, I live right in Central Local School District, so. Out of bounds to the Apaches. Score remains tied at 10. Pitch out to Oliner and gets it over to Snyder. Also in the game now is Sims, number 11 for Fairview. He's got the ball right now. Sims almost picked off by West. And the Apaches will back it out again. Snyder looking things over. Now Snyder's going to drive, and there'll be a whistle. And that's going to be on Smith. That'll be his first personal. And team foul number 2 for the Aces. Shot up, no good. Slattery grabs the board. The minute 30 left to go in our opening quarter. Slattery to West, right back to Slattery up. Oh, off the rim and no good, and a whistle underneath the basket, and that's going to be on Braden Slattery. It'll be his first personal, and team foul number 3 on the Aces. Apaches with the ball back. Braylon Snyder. Snyder pitches it over to Olanier. Bounce pass inside to Boland. Nothing there. Boland kicks it out to Snyder with a minute to go. Snyder nearly travels, but holds the pivot foot down. Well, Snyder has it, top of the key. Tries that inside drive with the bounce pass, and unsuccessful this time. Slattery picks it up, gets it to West. West, bounce pass, up, and good for Pollock.
Nice job.
4 points now for Aiden Pollock. And the Aces take the lead for the second time in the game now, 12-10. Last time they, that was Sims with a 3 ball. Down to Pollock again. He'll put it up one more time. He's got it. That's 6 for Aiden Pollock, and he'll go to the line. Pollock will be at the line to complete the 3-point play. With his shot, the Aces take the lead now 14-12, and back into the game now for the Apaches. Number 15, Jude Schinninger, and number 23, Jack Carzanow. Pollock hits it. 7 points for Aiden. We'll come back the other way. Snyder, bounce pass. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. So we played the first 6 minutes, and it's the Aces leading the Apaches 15-12. I'm going to take a little break here, and that'll give me some time to say a big thank you to our basketball broadcast underwriters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and of course online at jimschmidtauto.com. We want to thank them so very much. Because of their support, we've been able to bring you both boys and girls basketball action from the junior high level all the way through to the varsity. And we appreciate that so very much. Thanks to Jim Schmidt. We're also going to try to be able to follow them along the tournament trail. And we've got some news about the girls' tournament, Matt. We'll share when we get into the girls' coverage a little bit later. But we want to thank them so very much. We hope you will do the same. Remember, anytime you see Aces basketball action on Hicksville Community Television, they're the ones that help make it possible. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. I'm off one. One of these must have been a 2-pointer by Carzanow, I think.
Yeah, the one by Sims was 3.
Yep. Back into action. And again, joining us now for the play-by-play, Jim SILER.
Better late than never.
Yep.
Huh? Chris Smith with the ball for Hicksville. Smith drives into the lane, puts it up off the glass. It's no good. Rebound pulled off there by Schinninger. Down the floor it comes to Snyder. Snyder from 3. It's off and knocked out of bounds by Braden Slattery.
Yep.
So Fairview ball under their hoop.
Yep.
Get out.
That's Schinninger, number 15. Was it Olanier, number 24. Or Olanier?
I don't know.
Olanier. Good enough.
We'll hear about it.
Yeah, if we're wrong, we apologize in advance.
Too far underneath.
By all means, correct us. West
nice.
Down. Just a little too much on it.
Out to Slattery. Got the 3. His second one.
18-12 now.
Snyder moves the ball. Comes back to Olander. Into the lane, comes back out. Snyder with it in the lane, off the glass, no good. Rebound by
good job
Snyder, and he puts it in.
Followed his shot, got the board, 18-14. Here come the Aces.
Slattery gives to Smith, and it's a foul called along the baseline. Number 15 picks it up. Schiniger.
Yeah. At Schiniger's first.
Oh, we have a
There's
a problem.
They're saying they see something on the
laying
floor,
right there.
and they want to, looks like a little bit of a plastic bag or something.
Don't need to step on that and slip
Piece of
and fall.
paper, yeah. And there's another one on the. Well, I can't tell if that's a reflection. I don't know.
Yeah. Slattery inbound, gives it to Chris Smith from outside.
Oh, nice.
Gets a
Foot on the
two-pointer.
line.
4 points for Chris.
20-14 the score now. Aces on top.
Carzano with the ball. Gives it to Bolin. Down low, ball is picked off by
Almost.
West, and he was on the line.
Yep.
So it's Fairview ball. Schiniger down low to Ollinger. Yep. Got the bucket.
Yep.
1 foul. 11 gets the foul.
And that'll be Slattery's second. And team foul number 4 for the Aces.
Free throw is
Hits
good.
it.
3 points for him. Slattery brings the ball up the floor. Oh, I think that was intended for number 21 and sitting on the bench in Fairview, because he caught it sitting still.
Into Snyder. Oop.
Loses the ball.
Timeout.
Wouldn't
West
have
did a good job. He
covered that one.
just jumped on it and just laid there in the fetal position, wrapped around that ball till the timeout was called.
Like recovering a fumble on the football field.
Well, at least these guys don't have to come and pull people off the pile to see who's got it down at the bottom.
You're right. You're right.
Again, glad to have you with us. So you've got a full 1 minute timeout called by the Aces. That'll be their first timeout. I think it's actually their second timeout. So they should have 3 remaining, but that's okay. We'll trust the scorer's table to keep things straight. Again, glad to have you here with us. First of what we thought was going to be a triple header, but just 2 games here tonight. Again, some quarantine issues arising, affecting. Actually, I've heard that it's affecting several schools. But
Antwerp's varsity game's canceled.
Well, I've heard that in all likelihood the Lady Aces sectional game at Ayersville will be canceled.
Really?
Yes. That's what I was told by the athletic director.
Huh.
They will have to forfeit.
Who has to forfeit?
Ayersville. Hicks shot is short.
Yes.
Grabbed
Bolin with the rebound. Carzano into the lane, puts up a shot off the rim, and
that was grabbed
comes
by
off of
Taylor. Yeah. To West. Aces up by 3.
Up. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness.
And that'll be a takeaway.
He was lucky he didn't grab that. That was travel if he did. That was 2.
Yep, a little hop, a little bunny hop before the shot, but it doesn't go down, so
it doesn't matter.
Halfway through the second quarter now, 3 minutes and counting.
Slattery gives the ball to Taylor. Taylor into the lane, loses control, and is picked up by Kaufman.
Snyder gets the ball. They'll work it around.
Bolin with it. Inside it goes. Back out to Bolin. Shot is long. Rebound comes to West. And Slattery brings it up the floor. Over to West for 3. No. Snyder with the rebound. Down the floor to Ollinger. Cross court. is Kaufman. Back to Snyder.
To Carsnow.
Schiniger gets it down to Bolin. Cross court.
Ooh.
Sims picks it off. And we're going to have a foul. Number 10.
Number 10. Dakota West, his second personal. That should be team foul number 5.
And it is. Chris Smith coming in for West. Got 2:01 remaining in the half. Schiniger in the lane.
Puts up and draws the foul. They're going to
Lincoln Yoder.
give that one to Lincoln. That'll be number 6. Team foul on the Aces. And that's going to put Jude Schiniger. Or Schiniger.
Schiniger.
Yeah. It's the hard G in the central part of the county.
There you go. 1 point for him.
He'll have one more. Makes it 20-18. Second shot coming.
And it's in and out. Rebound. Taylor.
So the Aces hold on to that 2-point lead. Minute 50 to go.
Chris Smith, baseline.
And he stepped on the baseline. Nope. And it's going to say 22.
Yep.
Kaufman. Picks
So
up team foul number 4.
Slattery inbounds to Taylor. Out to Smith. Over to.
Oh. Whoop. That'll be on White 30. That'll be 2
Lincoln.
on Lincoln now. And that's team foul number 7. So with a minute 39 to go in the half, we'll head down to the other end of the floor and shoot some free throws.
Snyder gets to shoot 1 and a bonus if he makes the first. Not
Nope.
this time.
West.
West with the rebound.
Oh, blocked, but grabbed by Slattery.
To Taylor. Taylor over Slattery. Shoots a 3 long.
Yeah.
Rebound comes off to Schiniger. It's down the floor.
Inside.
Bolin has it.
Oh.
Nice pass.
Snyder.
That was a nice play. Snyder kept moving all the way down the floor.
And we're tied at 20.
Taylor
Gets his pocket picked by Carsnow.
Oh,
alone.
nice pass to Bolin from Snyder.
And the Apaches retake the lead now, 22-20. Under a minute to go. Under 40 seconds.
West, no good. Bolin rebound, being chased, and
Still
gets
battling for it.
knocked away and picked it back up.
All alone.
And
Good. That's
Kaufman
22. Yep.
gives him 5 points.
24,
14
20.
seconds to go. Oh, number 15, Schiniger picks up a foul.
That'll be Jude's second. Team foul number 5.
Ollinger into the game for him.
Slattery, 12 seconds. Down in the corner. Trying to get it out of
Taylor.
there. Down to 6.
Better look at it. Off the glass. Rebound goes out of bounds.
It'll be
Off
black
white.
ball. Fairview will get it back with 1.2 seconds.
And a 24-20 lead.
And that'll be it.
That was it.
Almost stolen by West, but for naught. Goes out of bounds as the buzzer sounds. And we've reached halftime. So after the first 12 minutes in this freshman boys game, it's the visiting Fairview Apaches leading the Aces 24-20, the halftime score. We're going to take a break, but we invite you to stay tuned. Jim and I are going to be back, and we're going to have all the exciting second half play-by-play coming your way right here on HIX-TV. Welcome back to the Red Zone as we're about a minute and a half away from tipping off the third quarter of action in this boys freshman basketball game. Bill Murphy, Jim SILER, glad to have you here with us. Chris Warner running the camera. And if you are just joining us at halftime, it's the Apaches leading the homestanding Aces by 4, 24-20. The halftime score, pretty well played first half and pretty balanced scoring on both squads. Jim, why don't we take a look at the unofficial scoring at halftime?
All right, I'll run down here with Fairview. Sims has a triple. Snyder has 2 baskets for 4. Schinniger has 1 free throw. Rabe is the only one that has not scored. Kaufman has a bucket and 3 free throws for 5. Carzano, 2 baskets for 4. Ullinger, a basket and a free throw for 3. And Bolin, 2 field goals for 4. For the Aces, Braden Slattery has 2 triples for 6. Chris Smith has 2 baskets for 4. Dave Taylor has a triple for 3. And Aiden Pollock, leading scorer, got 3 baskets and a free throw for 7.
There you have it. It all adds up 24-20. So the last few seconds will tick off the clock.
Jeez.
The Aces using 2 timeouts in that first half. They have 3 remaining. The Apaches haven't called timeout once, so they have all 5. And Fairview will have the ball out midcourt to start this third quarter. We are underway, and once again with the play-by-play, here's Jim SILER.
All right, here we go. It's got Kaufman from outside. It's rebounded by Slattery.
Kaufman didn't waste any time.
No, it barely hit his hands, and it was gone. Slattery driving down. Snyder was on him. Yoder. Chris Smith in the corner. Slattery for a 3 is no good.
Tracked down by West.
Down. Oh. He says,
Yoder's not that tall.
I am not able to jump that high.
So out of bounds, side court. Schinniger will handle the inbounds, looking to get it to Snyder. Does not. He gets it to Kaufman instead. Kaufman will toss it back to Schinniger. And now Snyder will get it on the wing.
Gives it over to Carzano. Carzano to Kaufman. It's no good. And Bolin pulls it down. And Dave Taylor gets his rebound. Slattery with it across 10-second line. Snyder chasing him. Taylor. And he is tripped.
It's a 23.
Yep.
Cards now. That's his first personal. Team foul number 1 for the Apaches here in this second half.
Now Smith with the pass inbounds. Jumper
nice.
15 from the free throw line. Gives him 6 for the game. Passes inside to Bolin, and it's taken away by Taylor. Slattery has it across the line. Looks, gives it up to Smith. Inside, nice pass, but a better deflection.
Yeah.
Wow. Bolin's big hand got in the way.
All alone in the corner.
And it's no good by Kaufman.
West loses it on the floor.
And we're going to have a foul. I think Carzano just picked up another one.
Yep, 23 black. Jack Carzano, that's his second, and team foul number 2.
He's mumbling.
For the Aces. Didn't agree with that.
No, he didn't
Wanted
agree.
the jump ball.
He didn't agree. Chris Smith loses control, gets it back. Schinniger on him.
Loses
Chris having a heck of a time there with that ball. Like dribbling a football. Taylor's shot is no good. Rebound is no good. Bolin with the rebound. Snyder down the floor. Bounce pass inside. Oh, a nice move because he had him beat. Carzano had the inside move.
26-22 now. As it's back to a 4-point lead for the Apaches.
Smith jumper short. Rebound. Pulls
Schinniger.
off there by Schinniger. Oh, gee,
And West.
West gets the trip.
Yeah. That's 3 on Dakota. And team foul number 1 for the Aces here in this second half. Pollock will come in and give Yoder a breather.
Bolin gets it into the lane. Shot put up by Carzano is no good. And Slattery with the rebound. Down the floor. Another deflected pass. They don't know what a bounce pass is. They do, though. Oh, West with a nice deflection out of bounds. Saved the free throw, but got a foul.
And we've got an Apache on the floor.
Well, come on, Coach.
And I think that is Snyder down on the floor.
Yeah, it is.
And in some pain. And here comes the trainer. 3:02 to go here in quarter number 3. It's the Apaches leading the Aces in this varsity, in this freshman basketball game. 26-22. This is the last home game for the Aces freshmen for the season. And again with the stoppage in play. 2 team fouls for the Aces. And 2 committed by the Apaches as well.
Look like they might be a couple strange faces down there.
So just had.
He landed on his hand, I think.
So they're going to get him up. And he's
holding
his arm, his elbow. So they'll take him over and have a look.
I got one of them from a basketball game many years ago. I have a bone chip in an elbow. Guy tripped me in church league.
So they're going to reset everything.
Now.
And so they're going to let Lincoln Yoder will come in, and West will sit down with those 3 personal fouls.
And who is in the game for? Oh, he's shooting free throws.
Yep, 24. Gets it. That's
Ollinger.
Ollinger, yeah. Gets the first one, gets them both. So Ollinger, 2 from the free throw line to make it 28-22.
Gives him 5 points for the afternoon. Chris Smith working on him.
That high dribble is
Schinniger
causing him problems.
Yeah. Oh, gee.
Okay.
Yoder driving to the baseline, gives it back out to Smith. No. Dave Taylor rebound.
And Taylor's going to be.
I think Boland's not agreeing with that foul either.
Yep,
but
40.
It's his number.
2 on Boland now, and team foul number 3 for the Aces. Common foul, so it'll be out of bounds to Hicksville.
Slattery to inbound it. Gives it to Taylor. Taylor around. 23, Carzano. It's his fourth.
Slattery slapped out of bounds by Boland.
Oh, he didn't think so.
Well, he had 1 foot on the red paint where it says Hicksville when he slapped it away. So when you're standing out of bounds,
yes,
you are out of bounds.
Definitely. Taylor looks, cross, gives it to Yoder, to Chris Smith. Jumper up, no good. Rebound, Boland.
Toss it over to Schinniger, and here come the Apaches.
And we're going to have a foul.
That'll be on Pollock, I believe.
I believe.
Yep, Aiden's first. And that'll be team foul
Schiniger at the line.
3.
It's up and no good. West coming back in the game for Yoder. And the second one is no good. Chased down by Taylor. He loses control of it, and Bolin ends up with the ball. Gets it over to Schiniger. Bounce pass inside. Comes back out. Kaufman has it to Schiniger. Schiniger in the lane over to Ollinger. No good. Bolin with the rebound. Schiniger shot from outside is no good, and West comes off with it.
2:13 to go. Apaches still leading by 6, 28-22. Aces with the ball.
West to Slattery. To Smith.
There we go.
That was an acrobatic shot.
Yes.
Schiniger with West on him, and West going to knock him down.
That'll be, I think, 4 on West now.
Yeah, yes, it is. And Yoder is coming into game for him.
Team foul number 4 for the Aces. Oh, no, that's 5. West is done.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be darned. Yes, it is.
So West will foul out.
Taylor, the rebound, gives to Smith. Up the floor. Schiniger stops him. Back to Taylor. Gives it to Slattery. Slattery over to Yoder. Bounce pass down to Pollock. Over to Slattery. Yoder gets it and it's knocked out of his hands.
Slattery gets it back.
Look around. Smith with a 3. And 11 points.
Yeah, 27-28 as it closes the gap to just 1 point.
That's a jump ball or a travel.
Turn it back over to the Aces. So Hicksville gets the ball back down by 1, minute 4. And, of course, the other thing about West fouling out, Jim, is there are only 6 men on the roster, so there is no more substitutions for the Aces. They got to play 5 Ironman. Ooh, that was a good-looking shot by Pollock, but just a little bit shot.
Rebound. Schiniger up the floor with it. Back to Bolin. Schiniger to the basket. Gets the bucket. 3 points for him.
Under 30 seconds. And 15. Schiniger gets his 3rd. And team foul number 5 for the Apaches.
Yes.
Into the game, 24.
Ollinger.
Yep.
Taylor.
Traveled.
And he did.
Lost his balance, and so 23.8 seconds left in our 3rd quarter. Apaches get the ball back. They'll have it out of bounds on the baseline. Up by 3, 30-27.
Taylor with it. You better be thinking about putting it in the air. Smith will.
And they'll hold it.
That's the end of the 3rd period with the Apaches 30 and the Aces 27.
So we've got 1 more quarter to go here in regulation in this freshman boys basketball contest. And as we get ready for the 4th quarter, we'll take some time to say another big thank you to our basketball broadcast underwriters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Remember, if you're in the market for a vehicle, whether you're looking for one that is brand new, pre-owned, be it a car, truck, van, or SUV, stop by, check out the great selection they have on the lots, or you can check out the entire dealer inventory online anytime at jimschmidtauto.com. HIXvilleandFairview.com. And remember, it's always about service before, during, and after the sale at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at JimSchmidtAuto.com. So glad and proud to have them as our basketball broadcast underwriters for Aces basketball coverage here on HIX-TV. Aces with the ball to start the fourth quarter.
Slattery inbounds it to Smith. Taylor in the corner. Back to the lane. Turnaround jumper off the glass. Rebound Bolin. Bolin knows where the ball goes.
And he's got enough heft on him to
nobody's
push some people out of the way if need be. Whoop, there ain't nobody there.
Kaufman. Is it over to Carzano? Carzano thought about shooting. Kaufman.
And he'll travel. 5:22, and they'll turn it back over to the Aces.
Smith into the lane. Out to Slattery. He goes into the lane and puts up a runner for a bucket. Gives him 8 points.
Makes it a 1-point game again, 30-29.
Nice shot.
Up and good.
Ollinger, 2.
And that gives him 7 now, and timeout Apaches.
That was a nice shot he went on.
Yep. Good touch to it.
Yeah.
So Fairview will take their first timeout of the game as they have opened up a 3-point lead once again, 32-29. So still anybody's game at this point. A lot of time left in this fourth quarter. See both the varsity gals and the girls from Fairview. So they're watching the freshmen play for a little bit before they head into the locker room. Get ready for the second game tonight. And again, there should be enough time so that the guys can go to the locker room and get all cleaned up and vacate so the gals can go in.
Yes, there's in between time.
Yeah.
If they didn't, they couldn't even use the other locker room because there's a game going down there.
Yep. So ball inbounds by the Aces. Slattery will bring it up across the timeline. 3-point game.
Taylor gives it down to Slattery. Slattery turns out to Smith. Smith into the lane. Over to Pollock. Slattery. Nice shot.
Nice move by Braden Slattery.
No kidding. Where are these coming from? Last game of the season?
Puts them into double figures, and it cuts the lead back to 1 point for the Apaches.
Kaufman got it to Schiniger outside Ollinger. It's no good, and the rebound is Taylor to Smith. Smith might head for the basket. Nope. Out to Taylor. Taylor to Smith. Jumper, good. It's coming alive.
And Smith gives the Aces their first lead in a while, now 33-32. 3:44 left in regulation.
Kaufman over to Schiniger. Schiniger inside. Ball knocked away from Bolin. Carzano with the shot.
He'll draw the foul.
He was hacked. 32, Pollock.
And that'll be Aiden's second, and that'll be team foul number 5 on the Aces, and Carzano's going to shoot 2.
Yep.
Back of the iron.
No good.
Clock stopped exactly 3 minutes, 30 seconds left in regulation.
Nope. Wait.
Oop.
he said, heck.
They got back in
they
time.
They were in violations. It didn't matter whether he made it or not. It wasn't going to count.
Yep.
Bolin in the lane. Gets it out. Kaufman over to Schiniger.
Deflected by
Olinger.
Slattery. Olinger gets it back.
Puts it up, no good. Rebound comes off to
Pollock.
the big boy, Pollock. Slattery to Smith. Smith heading for the hoop again.
Nothing there.
Taylor gets it from him.
Slapped away, but Slattery grabs it.
And we have a timeout called by Hicksville's coach, John Deal.
2:38 left in regulation. It's a 1-point game. The Aces hanging on by the narrowest of margins, 33-32. Both teams have committed 5 fouls this half. So both teams have a foul to give before they send their opponent to the line to shoot free throws.
Before they start suffering.
Yeah.
Go to the free throw line.
This is the third timeout called by the Aces. They'll have 2 remaining, and they haven't put it on the scoreboard, but the Apaches have called a timeout, so they have 4 remaining.
Yes. Scorer's table's partially asleep.
Yeah. All that pizza.
Yes, yes. Where's the pizza at there, Chris?
Aces ready to come back out onto the floor. And again, no substitution. Dakota West fouling out, so what you see is what you get for the Aces
right.
for the rest of this freshman game. They can't substitute.
It's in there. It's out of there. That don't matter.
None of them are in foul trouble, so they should be able to keep all 5 on the floor for the remainder of the game.
Is to Slattery. Slattery from 3
Partially blocked.
Deflected.
Oh,
look
nice.
at that.
Oh,
Pollock.
What a touch.
He made it look like it was a pass. Speaking of passes.
Other end, no good. And they lose it out of bounds. It's going to stay with Fairview. 30.
Rabe is back in the game. Now he's back off.
Yep. 35-32, Hicksville with 2:16 left. A lot of time in this fourth quarter.
Coming around. Down low, intended for Bolin, knocked away by Pollock.
Right into Taylor's hands. He'll toss it over to Slattery.
A little bit of pressure now from the Apaches. Glavich sats. Bolin grabbed it. Up the floor, Schiniger down to Olinger. Yoder with the rebound. Smith quickly up the floor with it.
Coach Deal's like, slow it down a little bit.
Yes,
get it
really.
back under control, guys.
Slattery over to Pollock. There you go.
A little too lackadaisical.
Schiniger and Smith fouls him.
That'll be Smith's second. Team foul number 6 in the act of shooting. So that's going to put Schiniger at the line to shoot 2. His team down by 3. Clock stopped with 1:31.
There's one. I would venture to say that Fairview's going to call timeout if he makes this one.
Yeah.
And he
does. Timeout. Got something to talk about now. It's a 1-point game again. No time off the clock. 1:31 and a full 1-minute timeout from the Apache bench. That'll be their second. They'll have 3 remaining. Again, glad to have you with us. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. When we finish this game up, of course, we will be wrapping things up, passing along the unofficial scoring for the game, and then closing down this live stream. And, of course, then we will be back with you. Our second live stream of the night will be the girls' varsity matchup between the Lady Apaches and the Lady Aces. That will be on the Hicksville Community Television Facebook page. And, again, that live stream starting just before 6:30. So the Aces still huddled up, but the Apaches break huddle first. They're out on the floor, and here comes Hicksville. They will have the ball out of bounds on the baseline. A 1-point lead. Might be a thrilling finish here to this freshman game.
Yeah, right. I'm surprised they didn't put a press on. There's Karzanov on the defense. Yoder, 1 step extra. That was okay. And then they pass it out of bounds.
So, karma.
Yeah. Yoder.
Got away with the travel and then bad pass.
Yeah, threw it away.
105. Apaches with the ball.
Bolin with it to Schiniger, to Ollinger.
Let's see if they can
Karzanov.
whittle the clock down. All it takes is a
Kaufman.
bucket for the win.
And a rebound to Taylor.
Now we got some
Slattery
pressure.
Up the floor, yep.
And stolen away on the other
Schiniger, and it's going back the other
end.
end. And Karzanov has it and turned around and gives it to Schiniger. Oh.
Schiniger is going to be fouled. 31.9 seconds. Team foul number 7 on the Aces. But I think it's going to be a 2-shot foul.
Yeah, I believe.
That'll be number 3 on Pollock. Schiniger, ties it.
Let's don't be talking about that.
Okay. Schiniger's got one more.
Got it.
And that's a 1-point lead for the Apaches. And again, the Fairview coach calls timeout.
Now's when you definitely got to press them.
So the Aces will get the ball out of bounds on the baseline. And expect, a lot of pressure from the Apaches. Try not to foul them, but
right.
if they do, it could be a common foul.
Mm-hmm. And
so they've got a foul to give. They've only committed 5 team fouls.
Right.
So they can commit a foul, force the Aces to take it out of bounds, and reset their defense.
That's right. That they're not going to press. They're going to leave them bring the ball up. I would.
Well, they've had some success in just disrupting the Aces and getting the ball away from them with some of the poor dribbling that the Aces have had occasionally. So we'll see what happens here. Kind of a gamble.
Yep, Slattery in the corner with it. Got to get out. And we have a
timeout by Coach Deal.
Down to 13
seconds.
Let's see.
I think the Aces had probably planned something, or had tried to set something up to be able to get a high percentage shot near the buzzer.
Well, they're pretty near it right now.
So
14 seconds.
Yeah, I'm guessing that Fairview did something to disrupt their plans, so Coach Deal calls the timeout and they'll reset.
He stood down there in the corner and held the ball. He was about to get a 5-second count.
Yep. So full 1 minute timeout. That's the 4th one called by the Aces. Not a lot of time left, but if need be, they can stop the clock one more time. The Apaches have 2 timeouts remaining that they could utilize as well. And again, it's a 1-point game. Fairview leading 36-35 here in this freshman contest. This is going to wrap up the freshman basketball season at home for the Aces here tonight.
This is where you defensively move your feet. They're going to double the inbounds ball. They're going to double the inbounds.
Slattery going to handle the inbounding. Gets it into Smith.
To Pollock. Pollock turns. Not going to score on Bolin. Slattery. Nope. Missed everything.
And that'll do it.
Yep. I thought that he would give Smith the last shot.
So 36-35, the Apaches nip the Aces in the freshman game. We'll do some quick compiling here. Yes, we'll get you some unofficial scoring numbers before we wrap things up for the freshman game.
I'll give you Hicksville's.
All right.
Okay, Dakota West did not score. Braden Slattery had 2 trays and a pair of baskets for 10. Chris Smith had 5 baskets and a tray for 13. Dave Taylor had 1 tray, and that's 3. And Aiden Pollock had 4 baskets and a free throw for 9 for 35.
And then over on the other side of the coin, for the Apaches, 2 players scoring 7 points. That would be Schiniger with, I had him with a bucket and then 5 free throws. And also 2 buckets and 3 free throws for Ollinger. He had 7 points as well. 6 for Carzanow on 3 field goals. I had 5 points for Kaufman with 3 free throws and a bucket, all in the first half. Then 4 points for Clayton Boland, 2 buckets in the first half. 4 points for Braylon Snyder with 2 buckets in the first half. And then a 3-pointer from Carson Sims. So there you have it. 2 double figure scores for the Aces, but that's offset by balanced scoring by just about everybody on the freshman squad for the Apaches.
They only had one that didn't score, and that was Rabe.
That was Rabe. So with that, hopefully young Mr. Snyder's elbow is going to be doing okay. They had it iced up.
Yes.
And with that, we'll wrap it up. Again, we want to say a big thank you to the Hicksville Athletic Department, Mr. Haught and Overmeyer, for giving us the space and permission to live stream the coverage for you this afternoon. Thanks also to the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com, underwriting our coverage. And thanks to all of you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the coverage this afternoon. We'll be back with you on the Hicksville Community Television Facebook page with live stream coverage of the varsity girls game between the Lady Apaches and the Little Lady Aces, starting just before 6:30 tonight. Until then, thanks once again for joining us, and for Jim SILER calling the play-by-play, and for Chris Warner operating the camera. I'm Bill Murphy, saying one more time, final score in the freshman game. It's the Apaches beating the Aces 36-35. And with that, we'll wish you a good afternoon and good sports.